Hi, welcome to CI 5540, the STEM integration class. This is my first time using Screencast-O-Matic, so let's see how it goes. So my name's Jill Rorig. You can see my email and my cell phone and my Skype ID up there on the screen. So plenty of ways to get hold of me. I'm pretty much on email 24/7, so that's usually the quickest way, but feel free to contact me whatever way makes most sense as you have questions. So most people are figuring out at this point that I am not from the US. Most people think I'm Australian. That's not true. I was born in England in a small town called Kettering, so right in the middle there, in the center, a pretty rural part of the country. And I completed my bachelor's work at the University of Southampton down on the south coast. I'm a double major in chemistry and math. I finished that up in 1990 and chose at that point to go and do graduate work in the United States, never imagining I would still be here several years later. So I think you can all recognize the map of the US, but so I did my graduate work in Tucson, Arizona. I actually lived there for 12 years. I got a master's in physical chemistry. I taught high school chemistry there for 4 years, and then went back to the University of Arizona to get my PhD in science education, which I completed in 2002. And somewhere in the middle of that, I had 2 kids, Kelly and Kevin. I promised them I would not put up any baby photos, but 2002 we moved to San Diego. I worked at San Diego State for 2 years as an assistant professor in the chemistry department, and that is my little guys there on the lake that was next to our house. We lived in La Mesa right by San Diego State, if you're familiar with the San Diego area. My husband works for 3M, so that precipitated a move to lovely Minneapolis here. And you can see just a few shots here. We've been here since 2002. That's my dogs on the tops. Kingsley is the Labrador, he's 4 years old, and Spike is my grumpy old man beagle, he's 11. If you can hear strange noises in the background, that's him. He's on the couch by my feet snoring. That is beautiful Duluth, Minnesota there in the snow, so if you've never been here, yes, it's very cold in the winter. And I'm not sure if you can see in the bottom corner there, or if my screen capture is in the way, but we also have rats in our house. My son had 2 boy rats and 2 girl rats, and one of the girl rats chose to escape, and we now have 10 little rat babies, so we have lots of rats living upstairs in our house as well. What else to tell you? So those little guys you see up there in the top left, Kelly is now a sophomore at DePaul University in Chicago, studying business and marketing. Apparently she wants to manage a rock band. Mom's really proud about that. And then Kevin is a senior this year, finishing up at Stillwater High School, which is where I live, just outside of Minneapolis. So I've been here at the University of Arizona for 12 years. I do a lot of research in teacher professional development and STEM integration. And so I'm going to be trying to take some of those professional development experiences that we do face-to-face and getting them in an online environment for you, which will be interesting to see how we do science and engineering online, but we'll work through it together, I guess. Alright, so what to expect this semester. I did put a syllabus up on the Moodle site, so feel free to take a look. But our primary goal is to learn about STEM integration. We're going to use the next generation science standards to ground what we're looking at. You may or may not be in an NGSS state, but odds are you probably will be sometime soon. And for those of you not teaching in the United States, it'll at least be something to hang your hats on in terms of what we're thinking with STEM integration. And it's not a US specific phenomena, so I think you'll see some parallels with what happens in other countries. So the big assignment is you're going to be designing, implementing, and reflecting on a STEM integration unit in your classroom. So we'll be working on learning around STEM integration towards you designing your unit over the first half of the semester. I will be asking you to implement it in your classroom and do some videotaping of that. We'll be talking more about how you'll do that and share that, so be thinking about what that might look like, and we'll be talking a lot more about the technical aspects of that work as well. You will have weekly assignments. Some will be individual, some will be group. A little more individual the first couple of weeks, and I'll start to work on getting groups together. Probably some will be sort of grade level focused, so I won't have pre-K people working with middle school people necessarily. I'm planning units of instruction, but as we go into looking and sharing videotapes of our STEM classrooms, I think it's going to be important that you can all understand what's going on, so I'll put French immersion classrooms together, etc., and I'll just do my best. I speak a little bit of French and a little bit of Spanish, enough to be dangerous, but we'll make it work. So a normal week will start on a Monday. This is not a normal week. We start on Tuesday because Monday is Labor Day. So it's a little bit of a weird week. So we'll play a little loose with the deadlines this week and make sure we get everyone caught up and on board. I will try and get everything up on Fridays for each week. So if you want to get a head start, even though Monday is the official start of the week, if you want to use the weekends accordingly, I will do my very best to make that work. I'm hoping to get next week's stuff up either today or tomorrow because we've got the extra day off here. So that'll be sort of a normal week. We'll get into a routine. So let's just talk really briefly about this week. I did send you an email with an assignment asking you to post your vision of STEM integration. So that's just your current thinking. There's no right or wrong. This is just your thoughts at this moment in time. I've asked you to draw a picture and describe your picture. So you'll need to post that up into the assignment space in Moodle. Your assignments are detailed out on week 1 of the Moodle site. I'm asking you to read the first 2 chapters of the NGSS frameworks document, and there's also a couple of websites there for you to explore from the NGSS and NSTA that sort of give you some background about the NGSS and just to get an overview of what it's all about, understand the 3 dimensions, and there's some forum questions there for you to post. Next week we'll start to dig more deeply. We're going to look at all of the different dimensions. We're going to spend a lot of time with the practices. So next week we'll be looking at practices of science and then move into practices of engineering as in week 3. So you can assume that we're going to start to dig deeper and deeper and then start to build some ideas to work on our curriculum unit that you'll be planning. So very quick overview in my wonderful English accent, probably with my beagle snoring in the background. Again, if you want to get hold of me, I have my email and phone number and Skype handle up there on the first screen. Feel free to contact me anytime as you have questions. Better to ask than not ask. There's no such thing as a stupid question. So I look forward to getting to know more about each of you as the semester goes on, and I will be talking to you soon about practices of science and engineering.